Dzień dobry. Dzisiaj w rozmowie z nami jest bramkarz FUDK Gdańsk, Andrew Rocha. Good morning.
Morning.
How did you came to the idea to come to Poland? Because you are from Canada.
Yeah.
You have been in Finland, in Sweden. I mean, you played in those countries. Poland is not a hockey country, so how came?
Yeah, it was a bit of a unusual situation, I guess. So after last season, I was looking to maybe try something new. Funny enough, I was talking with some people in Sweden, and I actually planned to come visit Gdansk, just as for travel. And I unfortunately didn't get the chance to go. And then when I was talking with one of my agents, I had the opportunity to either come here or go to Norway, and it just kind of came down to being the right spot, right fit. Talking to Christoph, it seemed like the team wanted to win and promote, and I wanted to come somewhere that was looking to do that, win, and play some important hockey, and it just felt right, and I wanted to come visit the country and experience something new. So, yeah.
Okay. And how is your experience? I mean, you have recorded some first impressions after you came to Gdańsk, and how do you feel now?
I loved it. Yeah, arriving here, it was a surprise. I wasn't really sure what to expect. The city's beautiful. I think it's amazing. Like the old town, the new parts, the beach, the trees, the water. You got everything. So I really enjoy it. Food's good, and yeah, first impressions are great. And even now, I still really enjoy being here and living here and experiencing everything that Poland has to offer. So it's been a lot of fun.
I remember in some of your recordings on your video blog, you mentioned pierogi.
Yes.
As something you like to eat. Do you have already your favorite dish in Poland?
Probably pierogies, I think. Yeah, my grandma actually used to make the ones with the potato and the cheese inside when I was growing up. So I have like a little bit of like memories as a kid having those growing up, and then coming here. Obviously, there's a lot more than just that flavor. So it's been really fun to try all of the flavors. So yeah, I think probably the pierogies, but I've also enjoyed some of the crepes things. I'm not sure if it's a traditional Polish dish, but that's also been nice. There's a few restaurants there, but I'd say pierogies are my favorite Polish dish so far.
Okay. Yeah. So we know already about your favorite dishes. You have some favorite places here in Gdańsk? In Oliva
Yeah, Oliva is great. I live near the beach, so in September the beach was great. Now it's a little bit colder. Probably I'd say Old Town. I think I really like the Old Town, like the statue, like Neptune statue, and then kind of walking along like the boardwalk area, kind of with all the restaurants and stuff. It's I always like going to the Old Town. It's a lot of fun.
Our fans ask us to ask you if you have been to the Pachołek Hill or the lighthouse in Nowy Port.
I don't think so. No, I should probably go though. I guess if they're asking me if I have been, I guess it's some place I should go. So maybe I'll take the camera there someday and take a visit.
We will have a nice view from there. So
yeah,
it's really well. I think we can talk already a bit more about ice hockey, and you play with 89.
Yes.
Number on your shirt. Is there any story behind that?
It's been, I think, my favorite number for a while. I've used it in American football. I've played growing up in high school and then in the summers. So that's my number in American football. And usually I don't really get a choice on what number I get. So they asked if I could pick a number, and I figured I'd pick something different. I don't really know that many players or goalies using 89. So just wanted to be a bit different and unique, so I decided to go with my American football number. And,
so number one, which is pretty usual for goalkeepers, is not your favorite.
I used to be number one back in the days, and then I've switched around. I've had almost every number. I was 72 in Finland, and I was like I think 25 last two seasons. So I always liked number 8, and it's kind of been like a lucky number. And 89, it was either between 89 and 28, and I decided to go with 89. So
okay,
yeah.
As you were a kid, you knew from the beginning that you want to be a goalkeeper, or
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking as a kid. My parents were like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I really want to." I remember actually one story as a kid. I had always wanted to be a goalie, and I was quite shy actually. Maybe I don't seem so shy anymore, but as a kid, I was really short and very, very shy. And I asked my mom if I could be a goalie, and she said, "If you want to be a goalie, you have to ask the coach." And I remember I was so scared to go ask him, but I got up the courage and asked if I could be a goalie, and then I guess I played well in my first game or something, or I don't know, but I guess I never looked back. And yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, but it's been a roller coaster of a ride being a goalie. It's a lot of fun. It's I think one of the most unique positions in all of sport. I've played a lot of sports, and especially mentally, it's very interesting. But there's nothing else that I can compare it to. But it's been a lot of fun.
Is there any particular moment you remember which shaped you as a goalkeeper, or?
I don't know about one moment. I think it's maybe a collection of many moments. I definitely think the adversity throughout my career. I've obviously had success, but I've also had lots of failures in terms of maybe not failures, but struggles. Like I said, it's a very mental position. So I find just going through different scenarios over and over again, and different challenges, and going through adversity is what shapes you and makes you stronger. So I think it's kind of like the forge and fire thing. You have to have lots of high temperatures to face that, and obviously still growing as a person and as a goalie, but I think it's the difficult times that shape you. I guess if I was thinking of one moment, I had a general manager tell me one time, which was really good advice. He said, don't get too high on the high and don't get too low on the lows. In goalie, you can have great success, but you could also have games or stretches where it's not going so well. So you have to just kind of remember that no matter how good it is or how bad it is, just try to keep it even keel and stay calm no matter what. So, yeah.
Do you have similar challenges here in Gdańsk now? Actually, also mentally.
Mentally, yeah. I mean, every game is a mental battle. I feel. Obviously, over time, I feel like I've done a good job at kind of getting in the zone, and preparation is pretty key. Fortunately, this year has been going overall pretty well. We had a little bit of a stretch the last few games, I guess, against Sabres and then against SMS. So it's never fun letting in a bunch of goals and getting pulled that game. So I guess that's some adversity, but like I said, it's bound to happen at some point. You're going to go through maybe a bad stretch, or maybe it's not always because you're playing bad, but sometimes you just don't get the bounces, and you have to just realize that you do the preparation and practice and everything beforehand. The game is kind of just the result of all of that coming together, and you just have to realize that you have to just do your job and focus on saving the next puck. So that's what I try to do.
So you mentioned the games against SMS, for example, where you have been replaced by another goalie.
Yeah.
How do you handle it? Do you have your special mental training then, or?
Yeah, I think I like to try to go over, like, every game. I'm pretty. I mean, you can get criticized by everyone. It's easy to point your finger at the goalie, but I think I'm probably my biggest critic. Every game I kind of go over, like, what I could have done better, what I could have done, differently. That game in particular, I didn't think it was necessarily like terrible how some of them were just bad bounces. Funny enough, there's certain games that I maybe let in one goal, and I'm more disappointed actually than that game, because it's like, okay, I only let in one goal, but I think I should have maybe saved that one. For example, I think probably the second goal against Ostvenstrom Sabres, I may have only let in, I guess, 4 that game, but to me, I was more disappointed in that as opposed to the SNS game where it was a lot of backdoor plays or stuff. So I guess after getting pulled, you kind of just reflect on, okay, well, how did the goals go in? Was there anything I could have done differently? And then kind of, obviously you're disappointed at the time, but just kind of go over everything and then kind of flush it, forget about it, and then just move on to the next one. Because, I mean, you could think about the same goal over and over again forever, and it's not going to change anything. So just try to learn from it, forget about it, and then move on.
Okay. You have played already against every team in our league, so which one would you say is the toughest one?
I think Sabres. They seem to have the most speed, good positioning. They seem to know where everything is. So I think you felt it a bit different against them compared to other teams. But I don't think it's anything I haven't seen before. So
okay, we are close behind them. it's possible that we play against each other in the final of the league. Do you feel we can beat them?
Of course, definitely. I think we can beat anybody. Obviously, like I said, I think they're a great team, but I also think we're a great team. I think we've made some good additions, and I feel confident in our club. So
okay, but we lost 2 games against them. What do you think we should do different to win against them?
I think, like I said, preparation is key. We didn't come out to a great start in some of the game, or some of the second game. I guess we came out to a decent start in the first. We kind of just maybe didn't continue that. So I think it was more mental than anything. Obviously, it's never good to lose games, but I didn't see the issue being that we were totally outmatched in terms of our skill level. I think it was probably more a mental game that we lost in those 2. So I feel confident that we can beat them moving forward.
Okay. Every player, every team plays for their fans. How do you feel here? You have much contact with the fans after the game, before the game, during the game. You're really supported. So how do you feel?
Oh, I love the fans here. The fans are unbelievable. I think hands down probably the best fan experience I've had in my career probably. So I know they travel a long way to come watch us at the home games, and I love the chants. I love everything about it. So the fans have been incredible. It's been truly unique and very special for me. So I'm very grateful.
Okay. You said that you like to walk along the sea here in Gdańsk. Have you already swam in the sea?
I swam in September, so it was, I used to go a couple times.
It's easy.
Yeah, it was a close walk. So in September it was quite nice. It was. I kind of wish I would have went maybe a few more times actually. Winter kind of snuck up on me a little bit, but no, it was great. And I guess it would have been nice to go a couple more times, but I did get the opportunity to swim, and it was a lot of fun.
Okay, and when you compare back to hockey, back to sport, when you compare the leagues where you have played in or teams you have played for, how high or how low is the Polish league you play now?
It's actually it's better than I was expecting, to be honest. I wasn't really sure exactly what to expect. Like you said, like Poland isn't necessarily thought of as like a hockey country, and coming to the second league, I didn't really know what to expect. It's hard to compare because as you grow up, you're playing different age groups and different stuff like that, and then the style of hockey is quite different. Like I'd say the style of hockey in Sweden and Finland is different than here. I'd say it's.
What is the biggest difference?
Probably the speed. I feel like in Sweden and Finland, like all the skaters are really good. It's kind of a bit more, maybe more passing, more kind of skill focused in a way. I mean, as a goalie, it's at the end of the day, I have to just stop the puck, I guess, in simple terms. But it's maybe hard to put into words, but I definitely feel a bit of a difference between the two. Mm-hmm. But it's somewhat comparable to what I've played. Like, it's also different. Like, I feel like because of the movement between the top league and the second league with certain lines and stuff, you sometimes end up with interesting matchups, which is different than other leagues. So yeah, I'd say that's one difference, because you can have a whole line come down from the top league, and then you'll have that line versus, like, let's say the fourth line on another team. So the skill level is a big jump between those. So
it's possible that we would play in the highest league in Poland next season, but it's not sure. We should first win the first league. And would you like? You said you like the city, you like the people, you like the fans. Is it possible that you stay even if we stay in the first league?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to obviously evaluate everything at the end of the season. But I mean, it's definitely a possibility of coming back. Like I said, I love everything about the city and the fans and everything like that. Hopefully the goal is, of course, to move to the top league, in which case I'd 100% love to be back. But yeah, no, it's definitely on the table for sure coming back.
Okay, and I'm sure you've seen the top league in Poland. Some games. How do you feel? Would you be ready to play in the top league in Poland?
Yeah, I feel certainly that I'd be ready. I train with some pretty high-level players back home, especially in the summertime training, some NHLers and AHL and other pro players. I feel kind of throughout my career, I've always felt I could play at a higher level. Unfortunately, in goalie, you don't always kind of get the opportunity, but I definitely feel confident at making that next step for sure.
Mm-hmm. Every interview we end with a message to the fans. What would be your message?
I'd just like to say thank you to all of the fans. The support has been incredible this season. I hope you guys continue to support us, especially in the playoffs. And dziękuję. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Dziękuję.
Dziękuję.
Thank you.